can't go get the dog, so the trainer of the dog will drive the dog to the blind person. Also, instead of just leaving the blind person with the dog, the trainer will talk about how to care for it and use the guide dog. We should give our money to the association because some places won't drive the dog to the person, but Guide Dogs for the Blind would drive the dog to them. An example of one of these amazing dogs is Ferdinand, the black lab. He has 6 littermates. His mother is also a black lab named Nora. He was given to his trainers at 8 weeks old. He spent most of his time training and working. When he was old enough, a blind woman named Sarah Outwater was paired to train with Ferdy. They worked well and got through obstacles. Sarah adopted Ferdinand, and they set off to explore the busy streets of Boston. Ferdinand was an amazing dog and took good care of Sarah. I believe we should give our dime day money to Guide Dogs for the Blind Association because the blind people need someone or something to guide them. This organization buys our type of dog, trains and delivers them to the human person in need so they can safely go places.
The Orchard School should contribute their dime day profit to UNICEF. UNICEF is a leading charity that helps humans involved in earthquakes, hurricanes, food crisis, education, violence, disabilities, contagious diseases like the Ebola virus, for nutrition, malaria, and children refugees. UNICEF was created by the United Nations General Assembly on December 11, 1946, to provide emergency food and health care to people devastated by World War II. We should donate our dime day profit to UNICEF because it found a cure for Ebola last year. Ebola is a dreadful sickness that has taken a toll on countries like Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. The disease has killed thousands. Last year, during Black History Month, the United States Fund for UNICEF teamed up with African American churches and religious organizations across the United States to stop Ebola. The second reason, as some of you know, is the crisis in the Syrian Arab Republic got attacked. UNICEF and its partners are committed to keeping Syrian children from becoming a lost generation. They are bringing them emergency needs, including in the life-saving areas of health, nutrition, immunization, water, and sanitation, as well as in the future of children through education and child protection programs. Despite progress in recent years, girls continue to suffer severe disadvantage in education throughout their lives. An estimate of 31 million girls of primary school age and 32 million girls of lower secondary school age were out of school in 2013. South and West Asia have the widest gender gap in its out-of-school population. 80% of its out-of-school girls are unlikely to ever start school again, compared to its 16% of out-of-school boys. UNICEF is helping them by developing their own academy and allowing anybody, including girls, to be involved. In conclusion, the main reason we should donate our dime day profit to UNICEF is because it helps a lot of causes, including curing the Ebola virus, helping Syrian refugees, and developing academies for girls' education. Thank you for your cooperation.
Each year, around 13,500 kids are diagnosed with cancer in the U.S. They have to lose a big part of their childhood and spend a lot of time in the hospital. They have to have shots, scans, surgeries, and take medicine that makes them feel sick. It's not fair for them to have to go through so much just to get better. I think the money that we made on Dime Day should go to the Aiden Brown Foundation. The Aiden Brown Foundation gives kids iPads in Indiana who have cancer. I think we should give the money to the foundation for 3 main reasons. The first reason is because an iPad helps with communication. The second reason is because 100% of the money goes to the foundation. Finally, the most important reason to donate the money is that while children are waiting for a cure, they need entertainment. We can give them that by using the money that we raise to buy iPads for them. Those are the 3 main reasons why I think we should donate the money to the Aiden Brown Foundation. In March of 2010, I was playing sports and was happy and healthy. One morning, my dad was carrying me down the stairs and dropped me on the couch. I screamed and said, "Ow, my leg." My leg had been fine the night before, so my mom started to worry. She took me to many doctors, but they said nothing was wrong. Finally, in May 2010, we did a scan, and afterwards were informed that I had a stage 4 tumor. The tumor was near my stomach and very painful. After getting home one day from the hospital, I heard the doorbell ring, and at the door was my dad's boss, Mr. Jones, and all his employees wearing Star Wars costumes. I was into Star Wars at the time, so I thought it was so cool. He brought me an iPad, and that became my favorite thing. helped me so much because I was bored so much of the time at the hospital. I downloaded shows, songs, and games. When I was at the hospital one day, my mom was writing in a notebook. She asked me what I thought kids would like most in the hospital, and I said visitors. She said that was good, but we can't really provide visitors. The next thing I said, looking down at my device, was an iPad. She had written the same thing in her notebook. That is the story of how I got the idea to start the foundation. I knew how special my iPad was to me, and I wanted to make kids feel the same way. So we started forming the Aiden Brown Foundation. With a lot of help from our friends and family, we were able to help a lot of kids. You should have seen the smiles on those kids' faces. Some would want to play on it the minute they got it. We gave the kids iPads and iTunes gift cards so they could buy movies, shows, songs, and games. We raised this money by donations and fundraisers. We first started doing lemonade stands and bake sales and raised a lot of money, but iPads are also a lot of money, so we realized we had to go bigger. So we came up with the idea to have a 5K to raise money for the foundation. Our first 5K in 2014 was a success. We raised over $10,000 and were able to buy almost 17 iPads. The next year, we did the same thing, but added some cool new features like an ice cream truck, a raffle, a bouncy house, and a rock wall. That year, we raised over $21,000 and were able to buy almost 40 iPads. Since the foundation has started, we have given almost 280 iPads. The first iPad we gave was to a kid named Evan. He was my roommate in the hospital. That is how we raised money to buy iPads for the children. The first reason I think the money should go to the foundation is because it helps with communication. If you go to the hospital a lot, that means you don't get to go to school a lot. Not only does it mean that you're missing education, it means that you don't get to see your friends as much as you want. If we donate to the foundation, we will be able to give kids iPads so they can keep in touch with their friends, family, and their class. Last year, when I was in treatment, I missed almost half the school year, but I was able to Skype my class, and they would update me about what was going on in school. If you were in my class, raise your hand. Yeah, I remember Skyping all of you. You guys would tell me what we were doing in class. It really meant a lot. Thank you. It was really great to catch up on what I missed. That is the first reason I think the money should go to the foundation. Another one of the reasons I think the money should go to the Aiden Brown Foundation is because 100% of the money goes to the foundation. If you donate to some hospitals, you're doing a great thing, but some of the money they have to use to pay for making a cure, the machines to scan, and getting the word out. Every single penny that goes to the Aiden Brown Foundation, it all goes to buy an iPad. Even if you donate only $1, you're still helping a kid with cancer. That is another reason I think the money should go to the foundation. If the money goes to the hospital, the doctors use it to make a cure. But while they are making that cure, children who have cancer still have to spend countless hours in the hospital. Just because they're making a cure doesn't change the fact that kids can get diagnosed. And when they are waiting for that cure, they need entertainment. The money goes to the foundation, kids won't be bored anymore. Many people have donated or done something to help the foundation. Ethan Evans donated an iPad. Ava Esteb gave money from her own pocket. Mrs. Matson helped with our second 5K. Atticus, Sam, Teddy, John, Peyton, Ethan, Ian, Lola, and many more people attended our runs. So many people have helped, and I just want to take the time to say thank you. If we donate to the Aiden Brown Foundation, we will be able to help a lot of kids. And I know firsthand what a difference just one iPad can make. Those are the 3 reasons that I think the money should go to the foundation. I hope you enjoyed my essay. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new.
I think we should donate to the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army is a good place. I'm going to tell you why. I think we should donate to the Salvation Army. You should donate to the Salvation Army because if you're homeless or your house burned down, where would you stay? The Salvation Army can help with that. They give you shelter at night and care by day. I've seen the Salvation Army when they line up to go inside. It's very sad that people don't have homes or money to buy things. They always have a room and they won't turn you down. On January 29, 2015, Indiana counted the population of the homeless. It had decreased 2%, leaving at 5,971 people homeless. But that's not enough. Someday we hope that no one will be sleeping on the streets. We hope that everyone will have a home. We should also donate to the Salvation Army because they help people who are addicted to drugs get off drugs. One type of drug is smoking. Smoking makes your lungs black and it's hard to breathe. People can die from drugs. Drugs cause cancer or a heart attack or stroke. The Salvation Army is trying to fight against drugs. We should fight with them. Someday we hope that no one will ever have drugs ever again. If there is really bad weather in your town and you have to stay inside for a couple of days, the Salvation Army will bring you food, water, and care. They help during hurricanes, earthquakes, and really bad tornadoes. These disasters can wreck homes and hurt people. The Salvation Army will give you shelter until your home is rebuilt. They will actually rebuild your home. And they will give you medical care if you are hurt. They will help not only you, but your whole town. The last reason we should donate to the Salvation Army is because they give 85% to the actual aid and 15% to other causes. If there is a disaster, they will give 100% to aid. Some people think that 85% is not a lot, but some charities only give 50% to aid. This charity does not waste money, it uses it. In conclusion, you're donating for people to have a roof over their heads, people addicted to drugs, for feeding people with no food, and for people who need your help. Thank you.
The Marine Mammal Center is an organization that saves marine life. They're also a teaching school for veterinarians. The reason I chose this charity is I know these animals need our help. More and more animals are washing up on the shore of California, Hawaii, Florida. To survive and stay healthy, they rely on us. The Marine Mammal Center realizes this and they help it every day. Now, this is why we should give our profit from Dime Day to the Marine Mammal Center. The Marine Mammal Center helps seals, otters, turtles, sea lions, dolphins, and porpoises. These animals are in distress because of humans. They are getting trapped in stuff that we leave lying around the ocean and it ends up in their waters. So it's only fair that we give them our profits to clean up their habitat, the ocean. The Marine Mammal Center has treated many endangered species. One of them is the Hawaiian monk seal. They knew the Hawaiian monk seal was critically endangered, so they opened up a hospital in Kaluakona, Hawaii, where the Hawaiian monk seal is most found. The hospital is very big, so the animals have room to play and heal, but they need more like it. The third reason we should give our profit to the Marine Mammal Center is they focus on specific species that I mentioned before. They could do more, but they don't, because they know they're good at what they do. And also, they need more money to help animals with better equipment, treatment, and housing. The Marine Mammal Center is not as well known as some of these other charities. Some of these other charities get donations every day. The Marine Mammal Center doesn't, and they need the money to make funds for another hospital. The Marine Mammal Center is a great charity. They have saved many sea animals' lives, and they offer many comforts, but they need more. Hospitals, equipment, and food. Most of all, they need more money to save more animals in our oceans. Let's face it, we love animals, so let's not forget sea animals, and let's help them survive too. Thank you for listening.
Obviously, Ethan should be reading this, but he couldn't make it today, so I'll be reading this for him. Just imagine that I'm Ethan when I read this. My charity is called the Friends for Honduras Children. It is located down in Honduras. It seems far away, but it is really not. It is an orphanage that is not funded by the government. Sadly, the kids cannot get adopted either. I've been there myself. We live in a mansion compared to theirs. If it were to go under, probably 16-year-olds and 14-year-olds would go on the streets because the other charities cannot hold as much kids. They have saved 35,000 kids that most likely would be in poverty right now if it wasn't for them. They get fed very well, and it is much better living conditions than living on the street where they used to be. Unlike most orphanages, they just don't pump you and dump you. Once they're too old to live there, they help you get jobs. Speaking of being too old to live there, they have a fund that lets 16-year-olds and 18-year-olds stay there. I am asking you to please give your money to them so that they do not have to live on the streets. Kids our age will come out of poverty. So please, I am asking you to give money to this charity. Please.